And the house rules tonight is that my panel and my audience will not overtly show support or disappointment, so that we allow the gentlemen who are going to run this country to tell us their ideas, their hopes, their visions, and ambitions about this country. Allow me to just take the house rules for my panel. I'll give you 1 minute and 30 seconds to all introduce yourselves. While you stand, you come to the podium. So I'll again start with the format that I started introduced you with. I'll start with Mr. Robert Chalagat. Mr. Robert Chalagat, your podium is here on the left. Thank you. Sir, you have 2 minutes, all right, to introduce yourself. And while you're doing that, tell us why you're the best person to run Baringo County. You're on clock.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in front of you is Mr. Robert Chalagat, aspirant for the governor position for Baringo County. I believe I am the best candidate to lead Baringo County come the general elections of August this year. Academically, I believe I'm better blessed, having gone to school, and a holder of an MSc, Masters of Science, in Procurement and Logistics, and all of MPA, Strategic Management, Kabarak University, and all types of business management with majors in accounting and finance, Moi University, postgraduate diplomas in business administration, Eldoret Polytechnic, diploma in purchasing and supplies, National Examination Council, Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supplies diploma, United Kingdom, and several certificates alongside that. Professionally, I have had an opportunity of working with the government. Lately, I was the Director of Supply Chain Management, Elkeo Marakwet, a position I've held for almost 10 years. I've had an opportunity of working as a Senior Administrative Officer at Kabarak University. I've had an opportunity of working with World Vision International as a Senior Accountant. I've had an opportunity of working with a national program as a Senior Accountant, and currently an NGO National Chairman of a non-governmental organization referred to as Empowering Lives International. That experience can make me believe I am the best candidate for this position.
All right, thank you very much. We'll come back to you. Next, CPA Richard Koech, same question. Please introduce yourself and tell us why you are the best person to run this county while you're at it. Your clock starts now.
Thank you very much. My name is CPA Richard Koech. I'm a certified public accountant and a member of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya. I hold a master's degree in business administration, specializing in finance. I hold a bachelor's degree in commerce, specializing in accounting. I have trained and completed many courses in senior management, in strategic leadership development program. I'm the immediate former clerk of Baringo County Assembly. I've served in the public service for the last 17 years, having joined the public service in 2005, where I joined as a junior auditor in the office of the Auditor General. I served in Western. I rose in the rank from being a junior auditor to an assistant director of audit. I worked in the county government of Baringo as a chief officer for finance between the year 2013 and 2018. I also served as the acting chief officer for health between 2005, 2015 and 2018. I have offered myself to run for the position of governor because I believe in serving the people of this great county. I believe that the people of Baringo desire of good leadership, they desire of good governance. I believe that development cannot be complete without having the direct impact and without raising the livelihoods of the people. I believe I'm the best candidate for this position.
Thank you. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. I'll request my panelists please don't hold the microphone from the bottom because it interferes with our sound system. But thank you very much. Let me get now His Excellency Benjamin Cheboy. Please introduce yourself to the country and to the members of Baringo County. And please tell us why you're the best person to run Baringo County. Your 2 minutes starts now. Sorry, the microphone is not on. Just let's get...
Just to be sure. Thank you very much, Smart. This guy here, this gentleman here is the first or the founding governor for Baringo County. And the next governor for Baringo County. We started devolution with the challenges that were there. We were able to create the foundation of this great county and build on it. And achievements that were realized are evident for everyone. Why should I be the next governor? There is no other person who understands the challenges facing this county more than Governor Cheboy. I have been in public service for quite a number of years. And as your first governor, I really got into the nitty-gritty of this entire county. The challenges facing it, from insecurity to food security to agricultural issues, and all that requires to be addressed. If there is anyone that meets or fits the bill for the governor for this county, it is me. I single-handedly, together with my team, put in place everything that you can see here. We started well.
30 seconds.
We are going to proceed and realize the vision that we had in 2013. We started well. We are going to proceed from there. What we want to do is to finish well and to finish strong. Thank you very much.
We'll come back to you with the promises. Let me get His Excellency Stanley Kiptis the same question. Please introduce yourself and why you think and believe you're the best person to run Baringo County in the next 5 years.
Thank you very much, Matt. Allow me first of all to welcome all of us to Baringo County. As the governor, the incumbent governor, this gives me a great opportunity to let you understand that Baringo is built by all of us. My name is Stanley Kiptis, the second governor of Baringo County, voted unanimously in 2017 by the citizens of Baringo County to champion the interest of the people of Baringo. I found Baringo foundation having been laid by my predecessor, who I want to appreciate, but also experienced a number of challenges that together with my team, we have been able to streamline both in the material resource as well as in the side of the human resource. This high time that I want to really request that you allow me to continue, because I did streamline. Now I want to continue building on the structure that I've really organized right from 2017. And together I want to believe that we're going to have an attractive, competitive, and resilient county.
30 seconds.
To all of us. Thank you very much, Matt.
All right. Allow me now to bring Honorable Moses Lezonet. Same question. I'm obliged to repeat it to you. Please introduce yourself to residents of Baringo County and why you think you should be the person to run Baringo County in the next 5 years.
Yes, thank you very much and good evening, everyone. This is Lezonet Moses, currently Member of Parliament in Damaravin constituency. A position I've held continuously for the last 15 years now, meaning I have thoroughly impressed the residents of Eldamaravin for them to have elected me 3 times. In terms of education, I'm properly qualified, CPAK, MBA Finance, BCom Accounting. That is my educational background. I am running for the position of governor because of only one thing, to answer one question. What will I do for the lives of the residents of Baringo to be better? Starting from education, We have 6,000 students every year who get D+ and below. No one talks about them. I want to talk about them. We have farmers who have large farms. They have nothing in their pockets. I want to transform their lives through my agenda on farming.
Okay.
We have issues of insecurity in Baringo, which have never been resolved for the last 40 years. I want to deal with that issue with a finality. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Allow me now to call Professor Fred Segor. Professor, same question. Please introduce yourself and why you think you're going to be the best person to run Baringo County in the next 5 years.
Thank you very much, Smart. My name is Professor Fred Segor. My name is Professor Fred Segor, Kenyan, aged 56 years, a Christian and a married man for that matter. Why I am the best person to run for this position is the fact that I meet the minimum requirements, which is basically a master's degree, or a degree for that matter, and in addition, also leadership qualities and also managerial qualities in terms of offering services to the people of Baringo County. I am a holder of Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and PhD in Chemistry, and therefore I meet the minimum academic qualification. In addition, in terms of managerial skills, I've also worked in the university, rising from the lowest grade in the university up to the position of associate professor, and thereafter being appointed to serve as a principal secretary in several ministries in the Republic of Kenya for the past 9 years, serving in very strategic ministries, which will offer or which will add value to the people of Baringo County. And therefore, as I seek for this position, my role is to ensure that the people of Baringo gets the highest quality of life, so that they are proud of being Baringo people, and in addition, live the best life. And I will offer solutions, I have ideas, I will bring the freshness, and I will look forward to serving the great people of Baringo County.
Okay, great. Allow me to bring Sialo Kimring. Please introduce yourself and why you think you are the best man to run Baringo County the next 5 years.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. James Smart, and an entire audience here. I want to thank you very much for what you have done, the media people and everyone else. First of all, before I say anything, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Sialo Kiplagat Kimiring Arab Cheptarus. I am a graduate of political science, and I just finished law. I've been to Strathmore to study leadership and management, and I am a lifelong student of theology and anthropology. I just want to put it into context. The world has changed, and has changed dramatically. The world is into the fourth industrial revolution. Across the globe, post-COVID, states and nations are struggling to restructure their economies. Here in Kenya, we are struggling with the issue of economy as well, and we're struggling with the issues of corruption. Now, by the grace of God and by the blessing that God has bestowed upon me, I have walked across the globe consulting for private equity and high net worth individuals. And now for the 22 years that has gone, it is now a time that I believe in my heart, that I understand in my mind, that this is the time I am coming home.
30 seconds.
So that I can be able to offer myself fully and wholeheartedly to the people of this beautiful Baringo County. I am coming with the 4 agenda, which is the social transformation and the security and order and the question of social agenda. I want to thank you. God bless you. We're going to interact more.
All right, thank you very much. A round of applause for all my panelists this evening. I am obliged to ask my panelists that I'm going to ask you to be upstanding and next to your podium for this next round of questions. Please take your podium. Great. All right, so let's start where we should. And we start on a question on healthcare. Since we got here, one of the biggest complaints my team and I have received is the question on healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, you all know the state of Baringo Referral Hospital. everyone knows the problems in there, all right? That residents are forced to travel up to 50 kilometers to Iten and other areas to get scans, to get other medical equipment so that they can bring back to receive services from here. That's a sorry state. That should be happening, but that's happening. I want to ask that and start from the person who is in office today. Honorable His Excellency Stanley Kiptis. On the question of healthcare, why do we have a problem as we speak today?
Thank you, Smart. I do also accept that there are a lot of challenges that are bedeviling the sector. And allow me also to appreciate that we have also done a lot in that sector. Straight to your question on the issue of those of them that are seeking some assistance from Iten, is that there's a CT scan that broke down and is under repair. Whereas we have also to note that in the Gubernatorial Hospital, from the time I came in 2017, we have done a lot to the level that it has now grown from level 4 to level 5. Why? We have the dialysis sector, which receive of late 20 patients per week, with referrals from MTRH Eldoret and also referral from the same Iten or Elgeyo Marakwet.
Governor, allow me to push you back. How long has this CT scan been, not operational?
Towards the end of last year.
That's a long time. Would you agree?
But budgetary issues, the way they start progressing and the challenges of procurement.
Okay.
But it is under procurement. That's that one issue. At the same time, I want to also the public to note that in that referral hospital, we have a lot of activities taking place. We have also jointly with partners developed mother-child care center with an HDU, but possibly something that many of us have not experienced called kangaroo side, which is very unique, and it's only in Baringo, not in any other part in Rift Valley.
Okay.
We have also done a lot in that sector. We have the ICU, which we began utilizing from December 2017, and we are serving patients there. We have ICU with 8-bed capacity.
I'll come back to you on what you've done and what is currently happening. But I want to deal with the current situation, and let me go to Robert Chelagat. Is it acceptable that we still have residents seeking services across other counties, traveling 50 kilometers plus? What would you do different? All right, as we fix that microphone, I would urge you to stay with your microphones and don't put them off while you're waiting for the next response and the next questions. Let me go to Sialo Kimering while we try to fix that microphone. Yes. Is it acceptable that 50 kilometers people in Baringo have to walk and leave this county? And what would you do differently? Not just to criticize, but what would you do differently?
Thank you very much, James Tomat. We're talking about issues that are bedeviling the health sector generally. And the biggest thing is the physical facilities. We are looking at a situation whereby money was allocated, but the facilities were
Please put your microphone close to you.
Where facilities were funds were allocated for facilities, but the facilities were not completed, or they are still in a dilapidated situation. It is then what my suggestion is that we continue to think deeply of how we are going to increase funding to the healthcare.
How would you do that?
We'll increase healthcare funding because we're going to reduce a lot of cash that goes into a bankable project so that we can get money from the private sector.
Give me an example.
Money from the private sector. The cash that we receive at the moment now goes into bankable projects like things that we can fund through private equity, private participation, the private sector involvement, private partnership, and that is what I want to involve in terms of building the bankable project, so that the cash that goes into this project can be returned into education and into health.
Okay.
And one most important thing that I want to add is the staffing, the workforce that we have. Some of the workforce that we have, they have no facility, they are expertise, and they have no machines in those dispensaries, they have no what we require in those labs. We don't have the facility. think how we can increase funding to the to healthcare.
So yours is a funding problem.
Yes, it is a funding
All
problem.
right. Moses
And corruption problem. Of
All
course.
right. Let me get to Moses Lesonet. I'm asking the same question. We'll come back to this. I'll pick it up. It's the same question. Today, as we speak, residents are unable to get services. It's been broken for such a long time. Do you have practical solutions to solve this?
Thank you very much, James Matt. The problem in our healthcare in Baringo is a management problem. And I want to give you an example of some very small schools. A secondary school or a primary school in Baringo doesn't run out of chalk, for example, but our hospitals run out of medicine. Our schools don't run out of beans or don't run out of maize or unga, but our hospitals run out of Panadol. And the reason is only one, that the hospitals are being run from Cabernet. I am preparing myself, I am ready for the situation that we shall have a CEO running the referral hospital in terms of Eldama Ravine District Hospital, and he will be running all other health facilities in that constituency of Eldama Ravine, the same in Mogotio, the same here in Cabernet, where the CEC for health will be the one running the Cabernet referral hospital from the hospital, and they will be responsible at that facility.
How does that change things? Help me understand.
Yes,
How does that change things?
Well, if you want to procure Panadol, for example,
Yeah.
you will not need to write to Cabernet. It's just like a school. When the school wants to procure maize or beans, they don't write to the Ministry of Education. They do it direct from the offices with their board. So I want to allow the team in Eldama Ravine to run those facilities efficiently.
All right.
Because procurement issues take about 3 months. That when you write from Eldama Ravine to Cabernet, it is going to take, it goes through so many offices, and in the process, that is where the delay comes in. So it's not a funding problem. And again, the other issue in those facilities.
I'll come back to that. Let me give the rest opportunities to also respond to this. Let me go to Robert Chalagat.
Yeah, thank you. It's unfortunate that such an important equipment can break down and remain for more than a week without being repaired or being replaced.
What would do the difference?
What needs to be done is to mobilize any available resources. It's not a crime the law allows. You can even get funds from another vote and do something we call direct procurement within the shortest time possible, and the law allows that. So there's no question of it being unusable for more than a week. That is a sign of irresponsibility and lack of ability to respond on issues that touch life.
Okay. Let me go to Honorable Benjamin Cheboy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Smart. Number one, the issue of Cabernet Referral Hospital is management and management. The issue is the staff who are there are demoralized. The issue is resourcing the hospital and ensuring that drugs and equipment are working. It is basically management. That hospital was operational as of 2017 at optimum level, and there's no dispensary in this county that meets drugs. So if you are able to manage the facilities in the health sector properly, then those problems will not be there. The only equipment that is lacking in that hospital is an MRI, and it was due to be procured in 2017-2018 financial year. The rest were operating optimally. So it's period, nothing more.
Okay, for its management. All right, I'll come back. Let me go to Richard. How do you fix this?
Thank you very much. I was the last chief officer for health before handing over to the current administration, and I left things better. We have a challenge in the capacity of our hospital here in Cabernet. We have very low, the biggest machine we have here is a CT scan. We don't have MRIs. We don't have IC ICU beds, HDU. We don't have a renal unit working.
All right.
So I will fix this problem by upgrading our hospitals. This hospital here deserves to be a level 5 hospital. At the moment, it is basically a level 4.
Where do you get the money to do that?
We have adequate resources. In fact, partners in health are so much available. They're able to do a lot, including UNICEF. All these other partners have been able to contribute. I am able to fix this problem by upgrading our hospitals and actually roll out universal healthcare program for our people.
Okay. All right. I want to take a short break. I know Professor has not responded to this question. I want to take a short break. I want to solve my mic issues, but also this is a commercial break. You're watching the first gubernatorial debate, coming to you live from Baringo County, county number 30. We are still on the question of healthcare, and my panel will still come back and discuss the opportunities and what to do next. You're watching NTV tonight.
Today we're on Happy Kenya Clean Toilet Mission. And you're visiting Mama Zawadi live in Nairobi. Come with me. Ah, Selena! Kumbe ni wewe. Mama Zawadi, would you like to join me on the Happy Mission?
Power of Dettol bar soap. It cleans and protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs. So no matter what type of mum you are, trust Dettol.
Dettol antibacterial soap 60 grams is now 50 shillings.
What's up, people? This Sunday, I'm taking a short break from Crossover.
Tutakuwa na take time to celebrate Grace for the time she's been with us on the show.
Tell us, how has Grace Akirapa been a blessing to you over the years?
Victory is one.
Yes, na kama kawaida, you know, when it comes to entertainment, yani lazima sisi to dance. Na hii Sunday, Grace lazima pia ta dance, au sio?
Now, kutupatia excuse, and of course we're going to be having Julia Wokanda and Miriam Mauki all the way from Tanzania to bless you and I with their music alongside some superb dancers. That's going to be happening this Sunday from 11:30 a.m. only on NTV. And this is Crossover.
This is to me is like a second home. During the COVID time, they finance me.
Welcome to the family, your home of agribusiness. Because you can always bank on family. Fuzu na family.
Since the pandemic, all mums know to be cautious of the many kinds of everyday germs that spread easily. Get peace of mind and protect the ones you love with the power of Dettol bar soap. It cleans and protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs. So no matter what type of mum you are, trust Dettol.
Dettol antibacterial soap 60 grams is now 50 shillings.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Hi there. Selena, is Grace seeing you getting so much value for your money?
Well, it's important to save as much as you can.
You save everywhere. Except for here. This is where you're throwing money down the drain.
How?
On these cleaning products.
Impossible.
Happy Tenex. While other cleaners flow away, Happy Tenex's viscous formula in only one round of application gives you sparkling, clean toilet. Happy, 10 times better cleaning than other cleaning products.
And great savings too.
If you feel it, it's real. Coca-Cola, real magic.
TB ina tiba. Pata matibabu bila malipo katika hospitali zote za umma. Tujijali, tumalize TB. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwako na Wizara ya Afya na washirika wake.
Come view our vast array of high-quality projects nestled in the upcoming controlled Tattoo City, ranging from 1, 2, 3 and 4 bedroom apartments, offering an ultra-modern, all-inclusive lifestyle for all. See you there.
Germs can cause various infectious diseases. To protect your family from germs, use the power of Dettol's 1 cup full in your bathing water for your laundry, for surface cleaning, first aid, and to protect your family from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Be Dettol sure.
This is NTV.
All right, welcome back. You're watching the first of debate in this round of the election, coming live from you from Baringo County. The hashtag is Baringo Governors Debate, and I have all my panelists, all my would-be governors and would-be hopefuls. And just before we take the break, we were discussing a question on healthcare, and we want to complete that on this side of the break. Gentlemen, please back to your platform. All right. I want to go now to Professor Fred Segor. Fred, the question was, we still have a CT scan that is broken towards the end of last year. To date, residents still cannot get that service. They have to go to a different county, 50 kilometers plus away. Is that acceptable?
Thank you very much. That is unacceptable. In the procurement laws, there are several methods you can use in case something is needed urgently. And one of the urgent issues, which is going towards so when an equipment is not working and that equipment is very necessary, use the quickest method possible. It is allowed, it is within the law, it is acceptable. So the first thing is to ensure that you fix the equipment using the quickest possible way.
Okay. Now, everyone has had their say. I want to go back to the current city governor because you have to have feedback on this. We've heard there's many ways you could have fixed this. Just the last contestant, Professor Sigor, why haven't you not done that?
Thank you very much. I accept that there are many methods, but many times some of these methods take time. Allow me to point out here. Thank you for correcting that. We should actually appreciate that much as there are procurement methods that are varying, but we have also, and thank you, we have an expert here from Elgeyo Marakwet, Robert. In 2018, from July, we have embraced IFMIS. So each and every item or product that is to be procured is subjected into an IFMIS, and it has its own cost. Now, for us to actually come out of this, we will advise. And we have come out with a new approach, such that all our health facilities, the board will be in a position of being allowed to procure. So we have FIF bill that we passed over last year. This bill will allow them to actually, whatever they generate within that facility, they will actually be in a position to utilize part of that money to take care of such kind of maybe breakages or what they are lacking.
Okay.
But as we speak now, it has to go through that procurement process, and sometimes very tedious for 3 months.
Okay.
Let me also point out some areas here that we have mentioned on drugs. Mheshimiwa, Honorable Lesonet mentioned on drugs. As a government, we don't buy drugs like individuals. Our drugs actually are sent to us after paying KEMSA. And Mheshimiwa here passed a law in Parliament that tied our hands, that we cannot purchase drugs outside KEMSA. So we usually send money to KEMSA, and we send to them what we require from facilities. And they actually take them direct to the facility. They don't even bring to any hardware or any store. So many times, that becomes a challenge. Another challenge I want to appreciate from Mheshimiwa Kimere is that it is true, there is underfunding. We have realized that what we set aside for purchase of drugs does not address with the ratio of the clients that visit our hospital in various areas, right from the health centers to the referral sector. Okay. So that in itself, I want to say, we have appealed to the Assembly during appropriation. Even in this time, we have what we call supplementary budget. They have added to us 20 million, which is going to support purchase of drugs.
Okay, hang on to that. I want to go.
That we can use the private-public partnership, and we can use the power of private sector. That is what I am saying. For example, as we speak today, there is an agreement between the Gertrude Hospital and the County of Baringo to even give the potential ability to Gertrude to collect data. And as you know, James Smart, today as we speak, many years ago, people who had big lands were the lords, and then the people who had factories and factories were the richest. Today, it is data, data, data. Okay. It is wrong for my predecessors to give out data, because data is what can earn us money, and that money can go into the healthcare.
Thank you. Yes. Professor Fred Sigor, please hand over the microphone to Professor. I'm looking for an overall big vision on healthcare in this county. What is it that you have?
Thank you very much. Let me say that a county cannot prosper when its people is sick, when their people are not sure of whether when they go to hospital they will come out alive or they are dead. So for a long time, here in our public hospitals in Baringo, deaths has increased because of so many factors. The first is the fact that managerial skills in our health facility is lacking. Number two is that the budget for health needs to be relooked at. And so what I will do is to ensure that I relook at the budget and apportion appropriately the right amount of money to go towards health, so that we use that money first to ensure that the basic tools our human capital requires are given. Number two, as a referral hospital, and Gubernatorial Hospital for that matter, we should ensure that it has all the basic equipment so that we minimize referral to other hospitals. So the issue is money. I will look at the budget, apportion accordingly, so that we give priority to the health sector. Number two, human resource, which is not motivated, will not deliver. I happen to have served as a PS of health, and I know what it means by ensuring that the staff are motivated. It is unfortunate that in our hospitals, even basic tools like gloves, Panadol, and etc. are missing in our facilities.
Okay, thank you very much.
That is not acceptable. It has to be looked at.
Thank you. Honorable Moses Lesonet, what is that big vision that you have? What is that big vision that you have for healthcare in this country?
Thank you very much, James Smart. I said from the onset, James Smart, that this is a management problem of a public institution. I've given you an example of a school which doesn't run out of maize it doesn't run out of beans, it doesn't run out of chalk. They all use public money, and money in our public health facilities in Baringo is enough. And that is why my immediate two competitors on my left are able to sustain a rollover for almost 10 years. That even the absorption rate, whether in hospitals or in any other project, that they don't even have capacity to spend money. So I'm here, James Smart. I'm even
all right.
Please.
Hang on to the
I'm here, James Smart, to tell you, when I become the third governor Baringo, I want to allow people to work. People are ready to work. They don't have that opportunity to work. That medical superintendent who even doesn't have power to procure Panadol, I want to allow them to work. I want to allow them to collect monies.
Okay.
Let me just finish. To collect monies, spend at source, tell me what is their shortfall per year. We give. People are ready to work. It is just management issue. Allow people to work, and I want to tell you our facilities will be first class. We shall be better than the private facilities in this county and even in this country when we allow people to work. Just the same way we allow principals of schools to work.
I hear you. I hear you. Let me jump the governor. Let me go to Honorable Benjamin Chiboi. The question is the overall vision.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Smart. Health is also about food. We need to continue what we started before. Public health education, agricultural food security. Where there is food security, there is less visitors to hospital. Where there is proper nutrition, there are less or fewer people going to hospital. So what we need to look at it is look at the bigger picture. Can we tweak the economy? Can we ensure that everybody is able to grow food and be able to be healthy from the word go? So that the people who go to hospital are fewer. Finally, the issue of management and motivation. Finances, yes, they are not unlimited. And I can tell you today, the health department or the health sector consumes the highest budget in the county. So it is not true that there is no sufficient funds there. But we need to try to address the challenges of how do you reduce the number of people who go to hospital? How do you partner with other institutions to be able to solve these problems?
Okay.
Allow me to just add one.
10 seconds.
Very innovative. We had agreed to partner with hospitals in Nairobi and Eldoret to be able to use telemedicine. Unfortunately, most of the doctors who were able to do that resigned because of poor management, no motivation. Look after the nurses. Look after the doctors. The patients will be healthy and they will go home quickly.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Same question, quickly. You can get the microphone from across.
Thank you very much. Health is very important to the citizens of this county. And I'll fix healthcare in about 3-4 ways. One is the upgrading issue. We need our hospitals to be upgraded, the infrastructure, both buildings and machines, MRI, ICU units. We also need the human resource to be motivated, the management issues, including all the healthcare systems. The money is collected in our hospitals should be allowed to be spent in the hospital in a legal way and be able to fix urgent problems. I also have a vision to upgrade one health center in every ward so that we have a health center with a laboratory, with x-ray and also minor theater. Primary health care is also very important because at the lowest levels, the level 1 units, we need to have allowances for the healthcare volunteers and healthcare workers at the lowest level. We have to have a good financing system and structure for our healthcare sector.
Thank you. Thank you. Please hand over the microphone to on your left. Same question, please, sir.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, It is to get the structures and functions of the health sector working as designed. Where resources are required, can you budget and provide appropriately? It does not make any sense to employ qualified doctors, diagnose, and lack facilities to treat. It is better to reduce even the budget of roads, use any crook methods to get a patient to the hospital and save life. So we must get them functions. Of course, when I say the structures and the functions, these exclude things like we call prevention is better than cure. So we have to ensure that all those things are functions as designed. What I know is that the government has got the structures and systems in place. The only thing which is lacking is leadership that drives the systems to work.
Okay, so please hand over the microphone on your right. Hand over the microphone on your right. I'd like to get a response, but I'd like also to transition to something else. We can speak about healthcare the whole night, and we have so many issues to cover. And we'll talk about transition this into the biggest problem we have in this country today, and that's the question of corruption. Corruption is a thorny issue in the entire country. Baringo is not exception. Governor, I'm going to ask you first. In terms of corruption, where do you rank this county today? I'll start with you.
Much as we have not actually gone to negative, but from the time I took over, we can attest to the fact that Baringo corrupts, zero corruption.
Zero corruption, what does that mean?
Yeah, on my side. Except probably...
Sorry, Governor, help me understand. What does that mean?
It means that we have put a lot of stringent measures. Okay. One among which is that when I assumed office in 2017, all my CC, all my CO, including me, signed with the Integrity Agency, EACC, prevention. All of us signed prevention. And we have continued to indicate to all of us that we want to ensure that we serve our people. We don't need to go into their pockets in order to serve them. So that I've tried. Probably we are almost getting to understand that even those of them who want services from us should also stop trying to influence those of them that are in the offices. But personally, if I get fear that so-and-so is corrupt, that person will face the music.
So according to you, there's no corruption in this country?
Yeah, to me.
All right.
And that's why smart. That's why smart. I was able to be awarded excellent in governance and leadership in Kenya because I fought corruption.
Okay. Thank you very much. I need a direct response for that from Moses Lesonet.
Corruption is based on the systems. Management of corruption is based on the systems that we have put in place in the entity. If you make sure that there is a systems approach, that you can be able to monitor all spending and the people who are doing it, then it's much easier to deal with it. But it is not true that it is possible for a governor to travel for 150 days. It's impossible. It's lying. Even lying itself is being corrupt. But what I can tell you is corruption is measured by the number of people who have been charged in court. I can assure you that during my time, not a single, and even after, and for the many years that I've served in public service, there is not a single agency that has asked me to record a single statement. Therefore, a systems approach is a solution to make sure that all the financial processes are adhered to the letter. And that is the way you are going to finish that problem.
Thank you very much. Professor Segor. Corruption today in Baringo County. How do we fix it?
Thank you very much. Let me say I subscribe to Chapter 6 of the Constitution, which is touching on leadership and integrity, where public officers are expected to adhere to those rules. And therefore, as we look forward to allowing leaders to be our leaders in the position of governor, it is very important that we get to know their background as far as issues corruption are concerned. And so when we talk about Baringo, it is not true to say that the county is not corrupt. I think the auditor books are in black and white. We are able to see what is happening, what's going on, and therefore it is important when an issue touching on corruption comes up, we allow the law to take its course. And I believe in implementing the law to the latter. And that is my position as the governor of Baringo County.
Okay. I still have Richard Koech, I have Robert Chalagat, I have Governor and Sialo Kiburing to respond on the question of corruption. I do have to take a commercial break at this point. We still come back on these responses on corruption because this is a big issue. We'll not leave until we solve the question of corruption in this room. Do we agree? All right. Makofi tafadhali, if you agree with that. I'll take a short break. We'll be back.
Dr. Funike and Mama Kayai host unscripted true life relationship experiences on reality TV show Kupatana. Nia, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. and Kupatana every Tuesday and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Terms and conditions apply.
Nafasi ya juu, wengine ameshawahi wapatia nafasi ya juu, lakini kwa sababu ya mambo madogo maisha yao yalirudi chini. Ile opportunity Mungu amekupatia, kuna kitu ambacho anatazama mahali pale, your faithfulness, uaminifu wako kwa lile jambo ambalo Mungu ameliweka mbele zako. Our God is faithful unto those that are faithful. For those that are faithful, our God is faithful unto them. Mtu akikataa kuwa mwaminifu tu kidogo, Mungu anamwashiria he is termed as a wicked person.
This is to me is like a second home. During the COVID time, they financed me.
Welcome to the family, your home of agribusiness, because you can always bank on family. Fuzu na family.
Global presence, we offer world-class banking services. We support SMEs through the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Program by providing 5,000 USD seed capital and capacity building to young entrepreneurs. Apply today at www.tafconnect.net and visit any UBA bank branch to open an account today.
At the first sign of pain.
This is NTV.
All right, welcome back. You're watching Baringo Governor's Debate.
Indeed, corruption is a big challenge in this country, and Baringo County is not an exception. For me, we can only address corruption by starting from the top. If we want to address corruption in Kenya, it must start from the president. If we have to address corruption in Baringo, it must start from the governor. And it always calls for the tone to come from the chief executive officer so that the rest would follow. And we can address corruption by, of course, Chapter 6 of the Constitution. It is so clear on what is acceptable and what is not acceptable for a public officer. It is also important to strengthen systems and controls. This issue of corruption is also a moral question. It is cutting the fabric of our society, and we have to look at each other in the eye and ask, how should we end corruption? Because for every corruption to take place, there are always two parties, or even more. And therefore, if we have to address corruption, we must address from government, and we also have to address it from the public sector.
Okay, all right. Hand the microphone to Mr. Chalagat.
Thank you. How I wish this question was interactive. How I wish somebody would have given us the definition of corruption. Because sometimes we can culminate corruption and see it only in the form of looted money. But we fail to see the genesis. For example, when a child fails in class, we condemn the child. But the reasons behind the failure is so huge and numerous. When we look only corruption at the point of the leadership, but if we start now that we are going for general elections, the electorate are bribed to elect corrupt leaders. Who is corrupt there? But under my administration, I will ensure that people do the right things right from the beginning.
Okay. All right. Mr. Cielo. Please get the microphone, Prime.
My dear people of Baringo County, the question of corruption is first a question of personal values. And that is why we, the people from the communities and the households, must first of all determine inside our heart and in our minds that we are going to fight this cancer that has robbed us, according to World Bank and IMF, 600 billion annually since 2013. Corruption, the president just recently said we're losing 2 billion every day. Now, here in the county, I'm hearing my predecessors, because I believe these people of Baringo are going to elect me as a third governor. They are saying there's no corruption. We have irrigation projects that were voted for and money allocated, actually even paid. If you go to the ground, James Smart and my people from Baringo, no projects, there are no irrigation projects going on. It is then therefore wrong for us to say there is no corruption. Obviously, we are dealing with a bigger problem, and the problem is corruption. I want us to build a Baringo that is livable, Baringo that is homeland for the people, and the people who are outside and in Nairobi can come and live in Baringo. We must involve the communities, and that is why I suggest that I am going to involve the communities, the professional community, the church community, and the natural communities of Baringo.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. I'll have to finish with Governor. You have an envious opportunity to respond to everything.
Thank you very much. What have we done in the county and what is to be done? One, we are strengthening the internal audit. That's number one. Because it will actually help us to understand the leakages. So we have strengthened the internal audit sector and giving them some independence. Number two, in order to actually stamp out corruption, we must actually embrace technology. The issue of IMIS, how I wish that we have also a county IMIS that will help us also monitor continually what's happening in the procurement sector and the payment, right from, because there are 17 states and the other one is 25. It will allow us to monitor well. So the monitoring and evaluation system should actually be put properly in order for us to cap corruption.
Okay.
And there's also another factor that I want to also indicate. let us also maybe move up a bit by not terming that stealing to be in a very simple way corrupt, and it is stealing. Let's give the right name. If a servant has taken something, it should be indicated that he has actually stolen, so that it may be a bit, maybe it will deter that aspect of stealing. So don't simply call it corruption. Let's call it stealing by a servant.
Will that help? Will Governor, I'm really keen about it. Will that
in
help?
another area, we wish also that this umbrella way of summarizing that the governor has stolen, yet we don't get the codes, we are not given many facts. We even don't see the payment from Narubu to suppliers. They pay direct. Okay. So governor should be given more powers also to be the CEO as it is in the constitution.
Let's tie this question back to you, and then I need to go around. On the same question on corruption is also tied into management and leadership, and colleagues here have spoken about it. Question of revenue collection, for instance. Still, this county collects what, 300, 400 million a year? How much do you collect a year?
So far from 2013 to 2 million, but the highest
2 million or 200 million?
Yeah, 350 million.
350 million.
That's the highest we have gone, but COVID has reduced.
Governor, would you say that there is a lack of vision, if you like, not to get enough revenue collected in this county? We're still 350 million. You get 4.5 billion shillings from the national government, or thereabouts?
No, 5. It has grown
about
to
5 billion. 6 billion.
To 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what are you going to do from where you sit? What is your vision to collect more revenues from here? This is an endowed county. There's tourism. There's sports. There's many things that can happen here. What's your vision to increase revenue collection in this county? Tie that to leadership and management.
One among many is to utilize our valuation role. And we shall impress upon those of them that have loads to actually prepare also to actually chip in and pay what is due. So utilizing valuation role. Number 2, we have also tried to put more money in adjudication of land. So that is an area that has been lacking for a while. So we're putting a lot of money in adjudication, to the extent that now in our cities and towns, the land question should not create conflict. Because as we speak, many of our towns don't have title deeds because of lack of adjudication. Another aspect is spatial plans. We have come up with a spatial plan. That will give us the impetus of understanding how to actually get allowed with revenue streams. How do we improve our revenue streams?
Okay.
So that is, and then also I want to appreciate the Assembly. They have done us proud. That's why they are considered to be number 2 in Kenya. Because they have passed many bills that are geared towards addressing this aspect of revenue streams.
All right. Mheshimiwa Lezonet, the same question on increasing revenue and revenue allocation in this county. 350 million is what is currently being collected. This county has in the effect that it can, 1, empower people, and 2, get more resources into the county.
James Smart, the past leadership of this county have refused to collect 600 million per year, money which is just waiting to be collected. It's just waiting for someone to collect 600 million per year. So James Smart, I want to tell you where that money is, which is just waiting for collection. And I'm here to tell the people of Baringo, as soon as I assume office, I will collect an additional 600 million shillings per year.
How are you going to do that?
Yes, that is the question I want to tell you. In this county, James Smart, there are roads being done. Like, for example, James Smart, last week, we put Maram on the side of the Tamag Road from Eldama Ravine to Nakuru. Nobody collected even a shilling of cess of that Maram. James Smart, in Eldama Ravine, the constituency I represent, we did close to 50 kilometers of Maram. We poured over 3,000 lorries. We were supposed to collect 2,000 per lorry. For 3,000 lorries, 36 million shillings, nobody collected. James Smart, we have buildings coming up in Cabernet, in Eldama Ravine, in all towns, and nobody is collecting cess for the stones, for the sand, for the maram, for the ballast. James Smart, immediately I come into office, I will give a bill to the contractor doing Karandi-Marigat Road. Just a minute.
I don't have a minute.
You can do that, Governor, now. The contractor doing the road, let me just finish. The contractor doing the road from Karandi to Marigat, Atamag Road. Nobody's collecting cess on Maram. Nobody's collecting cess on ballast. Nobody is collecting cess on sand, which is in this county. Nobody's collecting. They have refused to collect James Smart.
Okay. Thank you.
James Smart.
Okay.
James Smart.
Okay. Just hang on. Hang on, Governor. Hang on. I'll come back to you. Okay. Okay, your microphone is not even working. I'll come back to you.
Working for the national government.
Yeah.
But national government gave us, and we got into agreement. Exemptions. Oh, Mike. Oh, sorry. Please, we agreed with the national government. So to that extent, Mheshimiwa should be
30 seconds
fair.
if you can.
We agree with the national government.
Yeah.
That there are areas that we give exemptions. So we agreed with the national
So that's the problem of the national government.
Yeah, we agreed, and they allowed us because they beckon upon us to actually exempt, especially the Kenya, yes, the Kura, and he's also a member of the national.
Okay, that's correct. All right, let me get to Professor. Professor, the same question. I'll come back to Chebui afterwards.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it is unacceptable that after 9 years of devolution, we are still collecting revenue the Chuakali way. The Chuakali way in the sense that even the normal parking of a vehicle, you have to negotiate with somebody so that they write receipts. This is a cake, and the first governor and the second governor failed us for 9 years. We need to automate our revenue system. It is the surest way, it is modern, it is the sure way of collecting revenue. And so I also want to ask my residents and the people of Baringo that really for development to be effective and for development to be seen, it is also important for us to meet our obligation in terms of ensuring that we pay taxes.
Okay.
And when you pay the taxes, it should go to the right pocket. It should go to the revenue of the county government.
Okay. Let me go to...
Thank you very much. I think while I agree that there is need to collect more revenue, I want to tell you, Smart, that since we started, there was a trajectory of increase in revenue from a smaller figure of less than maybe 100 million to the figure that we left, which was about 300 million by the time we were leaving. But then, efficiency in collection, yes. But we have to produce more. The way to increase revenue in this country, in this county, is to increase productivity. We need to make sure that there are more goods and services that are being sold or produced. Because you can only collect revenue through sales, through tourism, through livestock sales, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
When you sell more, you collect more. So our focus as government, when I get back, is to increase productivity in the entire county and through value addition and through all those processes. Okay. So yes, we will automate, and we have automated. We automated revenue collection. I'm sure I don't understand why the governor here is not explaining that already by the time he came, he found that we had already automated revenue collection through KCB.
Okay.
These guys are lying. How can you elect a lying person who wants to become governor?
All right.
Thank you.
Please hand the microphone to...
Thank you.
Hang on. Is that good people? Hang on.
Thank you.
Hang on.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I think we have a higher potential in on-source revenue. And it is true that we continuously increased our revenue generation from about 201 million to about 393 million when I left. And we have certain sources of revenue that we need to maximize. One is rates and rent from the plots. We also need to maximize revenue from single business permits. And to me, it is an economic question. you cannot increase certain revenues beyond certain levels if we don't grow our economy. I intend to expand the economy of Baringo by ensuring that there is vibrant business and there is actually new businesses that are opening up. We have to expand the issue of automation. When we left, the automation that we had was not actually through pay bill. But currently, we have to embrace automated systems like pay bill so that you don't have to look for a parking attendant when you come to town to park. You only need to pay using pay bill.
Thank you very much. Chalagat.
Yeah, thank you. For the issue of revenue, I think it suffices to say that it is good to ensure that payable tax is paid. Because it is true we have citizens who are sometimes naughty and would want to evade. So we want to, my docket, I will want to ensure that the real tax that is payable is paid. Keep to Caesar what belongs to Caesar.
Okay.
At the same time, we need to create an enabling environment. Because like developed states, you don't find askaris running around chasing licensees and all that. We need to motivate and encourage our people to understand the importance of paying tax so that they do it naturally without force.
Okay. All right. Cialo, let me get your input on the question of revenue collection.
Thank you very much, James Smart. On the question of revenue collection, I would of course want to thank my predecessors because they did a good job. Starting from Cheboy to Kitis, they tried. We can say from 100 to 300 to 400. That's a good trial. But it's too little, too small for the country like this, which is massive. 10 times, 8 times to 10 times Gayo Marathon. What we are losing in this country is the question of leadership. Leadership is not what they have shown. Of course, I agree they are the best managers. But I will be the chief vision bearer of this county so that we can see what we have in this county. You know the story of a little boy who was asked by God, what do you have on the hand? Moses was asked, what do you have on the hand? In this Baringo County, we have coltan. We have the capacity and the ability to produce cement here. We can manufacture solar panels so that we can increase county revenue. And what we are going to do is to ensure that the monies that are coming from Nairobi to Cabernet goes to infrastructure, goes to education, and the projects that are bankable, James Smart. Because of my experience and networks in the private sector, I am able to ensure that we turn Baringo County into a business county, whereby we start enterprises that are going to generate revenues and create jobs and jobs and jobs.
Okay.
One very sure thing, James Smart, which I want you to give me 1 minute to explain.
I don't have a minute. 10 seconds.
Okay. Is that the hospitality industry here needs to be improved and bolstered. So I promise the people of Baringo that I'm going to be the chief marketing officer to market tourism. We have attractive sceneries and we tap into community and cultural tourism and even sports tourism.
Okay.
That will increase.
All right. I want to get very quickly, 4 minutes to a break, but I want to go very quickly to the governor. There's some problems, again, when we come here. I've had so many questions. What's happening with Cabernet Stadium? Please, give him the microphone. Hang on.
Gentlemen, it's not a laughing matter. It's a serious matter.
Hang on.
Thank you. As a sportsman, because I've played for this country, I'm sometimes hard-pressed to talk about it. Because I've tried hard to ensure that I've come out of this quagmire. We put money, the ACC indicates to us that there is an audit query. So when I came on board, I found that the stadium is the way it is. But the audit queries that were raised to date have not been really understood by both the Senate and also high. I've been trying to ensure that we come out of it.
Please explain to the people what is the single most important question with that stadium?
This stadium has some audit queries. It has been flagged by the ICC and as well as the Senate because it came out way back in 2016. So, EACC. So far, I've also written to the national government to actually give us, and if there was an audit query, let them continue investigating, but allow us to finish the stadium.
Okay.
I've even gone to the level of writing to the government, to the national government, that because it is more than 12 acres, they can actually come on board and support us by developing that stadium like any other, like the rest of the stadium that they have done.
Okay.
So I've done my best.
You've done your
But
bit.
we have a challenge that also cropped out, that all our stadiums or fields have no requisite documents. So what we have done as a county is that we have placed a budget of 2 million that will allow us address the issue of documentation. Because even Ravine Stadium, Mochongo Stadium, Marigat Stadium, and Eminem and Mogotio have no requisite documents. So we are geared towards ensuring that all these stadiums have requisite documents. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I don't want to spend more time on this, but 30 seconds each before I go on a break. 30 seconds. Let me start from there.
Yeah, if I come in,
yes,
I will want to find out what are the reasons when Our Excellency Governor says there is an audit query. An audit query is very definite. The citizens want to know what is the definite question which is holding the stadium from not being what it is supposed to be. So I'll want to find out, and from there, we want to carry on and let the citizens know what is the problem, so that I don't carry the problem alone.
Thank you. 30 seconds. I want to hear everyone before I go on a break. 30 seconds.
My background is audit. There is no single audit query that stops a project, a public project, from being implemented. It is actually refusal by the current administration and the governor to allocate funds to the project.
Hang on.
To allocate funds to the project, because this is a project that is worth about 400 million shillings. The first administration allocated about 40 million. So for continuity of this project to the end, it needs more funding. The audit query that is existing is a non-issue, and it can be addressed administratively.
I've heard you. Hand over the microphone, please. 30 seconds before I go on a break.
I want to dispel any rumors, any innuendo, and any ukora. The stadium, he has told you, there was only a budget of 40 million in 2 years. They did the fence and they did the leveling and landscaping. If there is any audit query, because sometimes I've had rumors that it is because the land is not titled. The whole of Baringo County, we have schools in Barwesa, we have schools in Mochongoi, we have hospitals in the entire county, built on land that has been allocated for those purposes, no title. So the issue of title is not a problem at all. It is a matter of allocating money, but more importantly,
I don't have that. I need to hear the rest. I'll come back to you.
Well,
yes,
James Smart, my response is very simple, that for this Cabernet Stadium, I don't have the facts. They have the facts. But from where I sit, I suspect that it is an example of corruption.
Okay.
The second issue, James Smart, the second issue, let me just finish, is that yes, when I assume office, we shall have stadiums in Baringo.
Hand over the microphone. 10 seconds, please.
Yeah. Let me say, from the explanation of the first governor and the second governor, what they are doing is a ping pong. One is blaming the other one for non-performance. So to me, the issue of the stadium, there are issues touching on misappropriation of funds, and it has to be handled from that direction. Number two, the youth of Baringo County indeed deserve a stadium.
That's okay.
And personally, I'm going to ensure that a stadium is built in this county.
Hand over the microphone, please, for the last 10 seconds, please.
The question of stadium, of course, like Honorable Senator said, is corruption. We just don't have to talk too many things. We just say the first people who started the project made a mistake. It's corruption. Number two, we have to say that sports is big. And if we can be able to fuse industry and sport and education, we can be able to, and we can't do this without stadiums.
Thank you.
So the design and the funding of stadium in the future must incorporate the private sector.
Thank you very much. You're watching NTV. We are taking a short break for the news break, and we'll be right back. Don't go too far. This is Baringo Governor's Debate, coming to you live from County 030 in Baringo.
Unapohisi maumivu, unahitaji kitulizo kinachotegemeka, jaribu Panadol Advance. Ikitumia teknolojia Panadol Optizorb, tembe hiyo hufyonzwa haraka na kuandaa kitulizo cha haraka dhidi ya maumivu. Jaribu Panadol Advance.
Let's get straight to it. Ready for whatever. We gon' ride. Line 'em up. Let's go toe to toe. Tell 'em pick a side. Put in work. We don't play no games. Watch him running high. Savage mode. We gon' keep it G. Yeah, you know.
When cooling down is easy, this easy. Nice. You even took it with a smile.
What about yours?
Presenting the Mama Fuas. Meat toss.
I'm blessed to start with you, Governor.
Thank you for commenting with me always.
You're the sitting governor, so
that's
yes.
good. That's good. That's why I comment. We have the two mega dams. There's also one new avenue of project that is providing water to a larger population. Now, El Dama Ravine, that's Chemosusu. We are collaborating with the national government and Central Rift Waterworks. They have done for us many tanks, 24, and they have actually distributed all the way to Nakuru. What we have done as a county is frustrated by budgeting some funds. So far, we are doing the last mile at Mogoti.
And that's where the problem is.
Yes, we are doing the last mile at Mogoti. Although it's coming way too late, but we start and commenced last year. There are 7 projects. Mogotio ward, that is Toim, and Sogon, plus also Emening.
Why is it taking forever? Why is it taking long?
It is not long. It is on time.
It's on track?
We commenced last year. It was not done before. I just saw it wise that our people should get water, because my slogan is water maji be ngare.
Okay.
Yes, but for Cabernet here, the national government has supported us by giving us some money for last mile within Cabernet.
All right, I'm going to go for another quick round. Let me start with Gonet here. Why is this last mile still being held up? Is it on schedule? And people still have to walk miles to get this water that's already here.
Thank you, James Matt. As national government, I can confirm we are done with our part in terms of Chemozusu Dam. And of course, the remaining part in terms of distribution of Chemozusu water is for me to assume office, and I deal with that. James Matt, the water problem in Baringo is a big problem. It is a problem beyond Chemozusu. It is a problem beyond Kirdam. I'm here to tell you, James Smart, because Kirdam and Chemozusu is only going to serve less than 20% of Baringo County. The 80% of Baringo County, James Smart, I will put 200 million shillings per year to do 4,000 water plants every year in this county, in those parts which are very far from Chemozusu, in those parts which are very far from Kirdam. That is the story, James Smart.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Professor? Yeah, thank you very much. If there is a project I'm proud of as the PS in Ministry of Water, is distribution of Chemozusu water project. When I went to the ministry, I realized that the water was lying idle. And within 2 weeks, I was able to go to site, saw the need of piping this water for
Talk to me about the final mile.
So the issue of utilizing that water is quite commendable. The project is almost done. In addition, after the 2 dams which are major, I want to mention that water harvesting is the way to go. And I'm happy as a resident of this county that through the offices and through the government, I've been able to do what Lesonet intends to do. Already I've brought to Baringo County over 2,000 of them.
I've had you.
Lastly, just allow me lastly, the issue of storage of water is very crucial. There's no two way about it. Internationally, you've got to store water for services to be seen, to have arrived to the people for utilization. So storage, and that is construction of dams. That is the direction to go.
Thank you. Hand over the microphone on your right.
Thank you very much. On the issue of water, first of all, we have to go back and check what...
I have 30 seconds. The last one.
It's okay. That's enough. What President Moi did, and some of the MPs in the beginning, they did a lot, and many of the water pumps, nobody has worked on them to desilt them. We need to go back and ensure we put them in the original position so that the communities can use. Number 2, I
don't have number 2. I'll come back to you. I need to do the list. Benjamin.
James Matt. Chemozusu was done in 2002 when Charity Ngilu was Minister for Water.
Last mile.
The last mile we will do. This one I can assure you from September this year we will sort it out. But I want to tell these 2 guys, this guy here, Mheshimiwa Lesonet, and PS Sigor. PS Sigor was PS for 10 years. For 20 years, we have not had water from Chemozusu.
All right.
Honorable Lesonet was in charge of, was the vice chair budget.
Okay.
And nothing has been done.
Thank you. And on this note, this is a good place. It's a good time for me to hand over to my colleagues. Handing over to my colleagues at Nation Center for the News. Don't go too far because I'll still remain here with the 2 responses that needs to go on, and we'll continue that on our social media. But handing over to our colleagues on Nation Media right now for the 7 p.m. news.
My name is John Karuga. I'm an exporter of horticultural products. We grow our flowers in Mount
lesonet ko Alex Tum ke mo gele ako me kola langit ko ako lalan murin juga kabo mutirin ki kabo tai ako kage kaskele ka me kola langit ko kam ko kaitit ko to ko bate ko kage ger gele ka me kola langit ko em sane ki kage mo ke tip simbi tabran choton ko to sap chemitin ing tai nyo ko bate ko Alex Tum tindo ko ito tabik chite ele busik pokolo mengi ki poko musik Baringo County tindo ko ito sibo briga pura chite ele pokolo yang sabin yang mut ko bo to ko tindo ko ra kita susik ki polling station ando ko je Gubernatorial ra chite ele pokol sogol kita susik 984 polling station joto ko Alex Tum ko alagen ke kebe bartane mo Gubernatorial mega ko musik Baringo County tindo constituencies lo joton ko tiati constituency Baringo North Baringo Central Baringo South El Damaravin ko boto ko masan mo ko constituency ko no to ko ngana Alex Tum ka me kon wagit site ka wonin mo rejo site aga ngagere gele te butu jimito yuera yu ko chang ngagere gele mito chibete ko mito ka lage ka bungoroi aka no munga ka bungoroi ko bato ko Alex Tum me cheke testai ke ko chimuro jomo ka ko muage ako muaga na ikwag ko boise ka sartane nuach aso ko bete ka ko kaptain ko kaita ako gele yambi kialat mayambi chasis Alex Tum
Kongoi missing na to Thomas Chepso igere ile inendet kabisa ne sura ne nyonet nebo Cast TV Cast Media engole Baringo County jitab kon engine gitendai not Robert Chelagat ana nijega tibarchinge governor engito Baringo County komite Robert Chelagat to non ngata imi gongoyo oraboki ne iwa kitendai gora inendet CPA Richard Koech to non ngemi as oraboki kitendai ne governor neta nebo county ni His Excellency Benjamin Cheboy oraboki Kitindai the current governor now talk about His Excellency Stanley Kiptis or about Chigora. Kitindai MP nebo El Damaravin constituency engtami Sheksa Mogunguna ago majagwe governor nebo Somok nebo Baringo County Mheshimiwa Moses Lesonet. Agitindai Professor Fred Segor na inendat ko giwe pia sing ministry sejang kobota nebo be ago Professor Fred Segor ko majage na ne governor nebo Somok eng Baringo County. Tindai gora jorwen you sialo kibering ingen ga kijao kwa muda mrefu sana ago inego mwanafunzi nebo theology lifelong kala anego lifelong theology student kongo missing sialo kibering karibu sana amaje gebe agenge ke tema swali ago amaje osomok oriki meso shekwa ga soka bit konyumnyumit round of questions amaje ge agishan gora gele ashas chago tindai microphones kai gai amaje ge agishan gele matkobit kasarta negibeti ki goitoi microphones amaje ge minimize wastage of time asoko bit ke nyoro nafas en candidates jagat ko ngalal ing betut of raining amaje tawnete butine tai deep setup kaliet big chajang eng Baringo County Agario Valley en goskaling mutab raining komaruitos kotindo kaliet mengen gut kongetos asubuhi kochamege amengen gut kongetos komi komnye malikwak amune siki kobejit kenyor walutiet nebo koigeny eng ngalekab kaliet eng Baringo County amache ataune His Excellency Governor Stanley Kiptis imwoiwechi ile amune siki kobejit akoi tos koyai ne eng kasarta ngung matkosir daikayat
kongoi bana Tum ak Chepsoi county ninyone sai ko kikiririe tugul kiririe ako tekerir soti kikebet biik chesere Baringo North Baringo South ot komosta nin nebo Tiati komosta nin bo Tirioko ko kikebet biik ako sababu kakeker kikemwa ngalekab kiagik teta nego akoi sikirie lakini ngolyondoni mito ko ngalekab bunduki kirani ko bunduki kiketiem kikeba MPs tom wale sonet nege
onge boss ror yonde tafadhali
kikeba MPs
please proceed governor
agera meje neta sai sukunam ngecherani sukuto ko kikebe round kikesungukan akot kamket Gladwell Cheptumo kikebe kokimi atkinye mutyo mokikuru ko kikesungukan kikeboisien binu yote kikeyako tikileni peace run kiamutu kina mama first ladies bo Kenya ko kebe loru kikirwai ketinya biikab Tiati biikab Chomus ak tugenek lakini tom keityi so kitoni mita sai eng kasari komwa len bundukini kumeche kecheru eng bichu meche keyai nekile disarmament momi kitake nebo kotoreti kora eng achek county ko kikinde plan kikiker kele uni kimwa biik ngalekab suswek ak beek keker kele the whole of Baringo County ko adjudication site so kiketou ngalekab pimanet nebo mbarenik simatukuchute chito mbaretab chito age kora kimeche keser biik kyok chebo agriculture extension officers sikenet biik kyok oret age mpya nebo ole kiriptoi kiagik sikobet ngalek chebo chorsetab kiagik kinteni ko mashinishek chakai kinteni ne so kimi yoy
kongoi amache awo Governor Cheboy ko ki governor netai kiingen ngalechuto bo insecurity komie imache nguno iegu governor kokeny nebo somok ako in kimi tai imi nguno ak imache imi mutai tos ne renjiyoe koterit eng ngalekab chengetab kalyet
kongoi missing arap tum kemwa iman ko shida nebo insecurity ko maiyan serikali nimito kotyokchigei maiyan kotyokchigei amune kingemi county kong'etege 2013 akoi 2017 ko kikiboisien ortinwek che nyoljin keng'alal ak biik chebo security tugul ko kiyan kokonech security neyamegei kowolu ng'alekab ng'oyondit kinyo chi age tugul kinyo kot minister konyo president konyo deputy president konyo inspector generals tugul kikityokchigei iman ko kimakoya kou yeu nguni kong'etege 2017 ko kowalda so one solution ko nebo serikali ke koshinen kotyokchigei ng'alechutok ako beku mami kito neturi serikali
kongoi
makemwa kele ngalekab beek iman lakini ngalekab beek ko chitugul makemwa kele ngalekab somanet nebo biik chemi yotok lakini lembech mami ngalekab somanet mi solution che kiboisien kora ngalek chekamwae mheshimiwa Kiptis and I agree with him that mache ke investen in other means of earning a living akinet bichotok kowalakis akeboisien peace ngalek chebo kalyet kekoshinyo lakini the solution neititoi ko nebo serikali
sawa sawa kongoi haya kebe CPA Koech
kongoi missing Alex making'olonen ngalekab insecurity ko making'alanen chanzo chebo tuguk cheyooksei inget ile Tiati ko karibu nusu nebo Baringo en landmass mi ngalek chemitei konamegei keny chebo marginalization mi ngalek chemakiyai eng Tiati mabendi laak sukul bichu yoe bunyondi akoborishei ko biik chemakat komi sukul lakini mabendi sukul mitei ngalek chebo suswek ak beek ane amache ketoben long term solutions keyai a Marshall Plan keyat koretab Tiati ak keyai tuguk cheikochin bichoe koba sukul keyai boarding schools en emonoto tugul nebo mwisho ko ngalekab uongozi moyookse kalye komami uongozi nekararan konamegei ngweny konamegei village elders akot sigik chebo murenchu ko magat ke koteken accountability koteken responsibility nebo mwisho ko serikali nebo Nairobi the biggest responsibility nebo national government ko provide security korib biik takotokomitei karik chemachomdootin einekab koborech so akoi keker ore ke licensen biikab komosi konyor bundukishek anan keisto bundukishek chemi einek chemamokotin kongoi missing
kongoi amache keibote kabisa 45 seconds koyame kowal chito swali sikenyoru kewalu maswali chechang Chelagat
yes support yole kako ngalane wenzangu akobo ngalechoto bo insecurity kimwoe mutyo mo kikengalane koboch kotom kenam Uhuru Kenya ako tikengolone akoi raini iborunot kele okot ndakilyain komotore bundukishek akot ndakibo tugul chemi amaris chebo Kenya akaibo kot komotore boryono kimeche maket nemie nebo serikali national county akoi local level kimeche maket nemie nebo biik chetinyegei ak boryoshek choto ketebi ngweny akengalan kele kiborsoti akoi yawe akecheru oret kele kichomye ketebi kunyen akebe akoi tun anan kichengchigei kerichonte achegei ay ngachegei sikobit sobe nebo koigeny kwa hivyo meche maket nemie kongete barak akoi ngweny lakini kot ngan tinye serikali kimnotet ak kamuket kurib biik ak malikwach lakini ngan daunoe ko maanyiny akuboru kole mi kit nesirei koboryo biik kongete kotom kenam uhuru akoi raini kutukeng'olonen kechor kiagik ak kebar biik kemwoe mutyo kwa hivyo kongoi
aya ameche kebe nguno mheshimiwa Lesonet.
Pas kongoi missing Kass FM ngalechu bo security ko ngalechu kakomwa aspirants chu alak ko kingen ngalecha tugul ko kanyone yu kityo ale ne noyoe ane yakakekona nafasi yoiku gavana hii sikopunguan ngalechu bo insecurity en Baringo. Ng'olyonto agenge noyoe ko hakikisha nokundo ngot kiteben biik alak kolenjin ma devolved hakikishani ale kitinye boarding schools en Tiati sikosoma lagoikab Pokot amu lagoikab Tiati sokol en taman chikotomi primary school kimomi amache hakikishan ale kates lagocho chikaba sukul sikobakach kosuboto ngalekab katura soling ak bundukishek kosomonyo in boarding school nemi chakula ako boarding school ko ngou family kotesetai lakwet kosomonyo sukul. Nebo oeng kitindoi ngalekab NPR en Baringo maliponi chi taeku governor nebo Baringo ko lagoik cho tugul chekaiyan koik NPR chekaiyan korib Mochongoi chekaiyan korib Mukutani ward chekaiyan korib Saimosoi chekaiyan korib Partabwa ward amu ward checho angwan chesumbonechin security ko hakikishani ale kakilipan kila arawa.
Kongoi.
So kunoe prescription nenyune notinye ololioine kingen kele national government is supposed ko tatuan shida juju bon security ko akongen ale kitore shida inoe amu egu Arab Ruto president.
Kongoi. Haya Professor Senghor.
Kongoi missing. Nebatai ko
amache asam kityo Professor amache asam ale kesishek gaigai ongikochi icheket boroindo nywa amu nguno ko kasarta nekitindoi konwach akemache kehakikishan kele kakimeken maximum use of our time. Professor Senghor pole karibu.
Bas nebatai amache amwochi biikab Baringo County yechakwanan ologo governor of Baringo County nebatai ku oibu viongozi tugul chebo county meset aenge sikeng'alane ng'alek chebo security, members of parliament, MCAs akoi village elders sikeng'alane ng'alek chebo security. Sikeng'olone lugha moja keng'olone ng'eten Baringo akoi Nairobi. So unity of purpose. Number 1 biik chekibare mali kwach yekeske chi kibar chi kume. Nebo 2 ke choren tuga. Development infrastructure big ak ticho alage ako morese ko shinzo to Lesonet alagi ne migi ne kumwa kupa payment nebo NPR officers is spot on kumagi nebo iman ako ke gochi puch salary si ya kasi kunyor rupiah chupa yang kutaja la kwach masik chine chi ku ya kasi nebo poch haya so ko tane yo logo governor ko na allowance.
Professor in that question Professor on your Professor you considering that this NPR came originated from national government ulibanta na bichu NPR
masik kinai ko chito pundige agwa guribin aku matinye kitun chome so lazima as a governor ane ko gochen allowances aku share mo mi share ne ka beregen humanitarian grounds ichenye kityo the best way solution chibo ngale ga bi ko itribende legislation in county assembly with moja kulo kurede ageloban bichu.
Kongoi missing.
Yes.
Kongoi missing. Ngaliondet nekakeng'alan akobo insecurity ko ngaliondet nebichi missing akot ngot kosikchi yeketar ikany ketelelien for 1 minute silence en biik chikikebar akobo ng'alechu bo moise en bororioni.
Okay.
Bororioshek Baringo ini kimite ko tofauti ya counties alak chechang amu kitinye bororioshek tofauti ako makchingei chitugul tinye magenyi chitugul tinye aspiration nenyine ole mache kotepto. Ngalekab pokot kumelen phenomena insecurity phenomena nebo amut kikotoi keny kokaitu British ako kekasile kikibar biik 167 en betunok chebo pokot ako tokorirtos pokot yekakoi raini amami chi nekitoret. Kito nemi atinye lolotunwek 4 chamache kesotenen problems chemito yuno. Kakongalan boisiechu ako kakomwa kole kimache keyat emet. Netai korok ko boisietab kasi nekichengei kalye ak chomie nekichengei ateptab kibagenge. Ko makisikchini koek biik chemi kabarnet chetile kole kimache ketebi kouni. Kimache keba akoi bororioshek. In fact, County Government Act kokonech nafasi as a government nebo county ke devolven akoi villages asikesikchin kenam boisiek cheindochin bororioshek choto asikomwaiwech kole kiteptoi ano. So ayoni ngalek chekamwa kole kimache kemutun tugul amu kandoinatetab county ko lasima koba kibagenge ak national government. So kimache ketech ak kewal security architecture nebo county nebo Baringo. Number 2 ko bananda eme. Ko ye bananda eme ko chenge biik akot wele kaamishe. Ako kamwaun alenjin border nenyone ko chang chumbek chetokotinye mbarenik cheechen. Akot en emoni bororioshek tugul chebo Baringo komito community lands chekekoitote ovyo ako kikokoito biik chekindoien tai. Amache keker kele kakiwekchi communities ak involvement communities ke investen en communities simakere tugukwa komandoi en Katimok forest kokere tugukwa komandoi en Lembus forest kokere Rubis komandoi anami koltan en yueyu imaili nyele amumi koltan en yu kumatun kumawalaka yemakesakan sai kokerkeit ak Kongo. Okay. Paiman keyat emet paiman keibun mokornotet paiman keibun private investment kesakan factories en tiati chebo cement amu imugoksei kesakan panel solar panels en yuno amu imugoksei akeyai kasi ak national government amu atinye man ale kimuchi keyai amu atinye experience nebo negotiation ak experience nebo katuyetab biik.
Kongoi kaketar tebutiet netai en candidates chechoket tugul chekitindoi en tait nyo ako kunoto kemoche kebe swali nebo oeng komoche asom kityo ole kaikai onge nam pointishek kuk kobwa within 45 seconds yo kole sikenyoru keityi maswali chechang akonyor akot kogo akot patiem nafas nebo kokas en kutit tuguk chotindoi chomoche nyoachi ichek. Tebutiet nebo oeng ki en kasarwek alak ko kitindoi food security District number 1 nenoto nguno ko Baringo County. Kimite pamba, kikiyoe akot irrigation, kisomane biik kitunguik ak tuguk cheterter. Kiyaak ne asikokoet ngalekab rubet nguno eng Baringo County nikakoek insecurity kora eng oret agenge anan ko age. Governor Cheboy, bataunen.
Ngoi missing Arab Tum. Ngalekab uchumi nebo koroni kokowalak. 70 anan emet neo en county nebo Baringo kongetege olimbo Tiati 3/4 of Baringo North, 3/4 of Mogotio, 3/4 nebo en Mochongwe kutegemeni kiagik en maisha nengwan. Ko ngot ko maki-investen keker kele kakiripta ano kiagichu kakibaita ano kiagichu komatesetai uchumi nebo koroni. The emet nekangetu ko kiketyem ketou value chains chebo tuguk chechang. Irrigation komache ketes kikitou achek irrigation projects en ola tugul small scale irrigation projects ko kotesokis nguni ngalekab kolsetab nyanyek ak tuguk chechang cheboisien beek chebo irrigation kemoche kekimit ngalechotok bo irrigation. En olimbo Ravin kemoche ketes ngalekab chego kikitou achek ngalekab value addition nebo chego kongetege kemi county ko kingamande ko kiaketou ngalekab factory nebo chego ko bahati mbaya komatokotestai kongetege amande ani karibu aweka senyatar atarji
kongoi
ngalekab kiagik ko kiker kele value addition anan value chain nebo kiagik kobo maana soiti. Kongete ke woito mbegu che kororon chebo tuga akoi mwisho ke procesen panyek ak kealda kwa bitonin ko ki ngalek che kikipangan beshe kenye kimi serikali. Lakini tom koit yotok amu kiaketau slaughterhouses, ketau processing plants, lakini ko kingemande komatotestai ngalek chotok. Ayani ale ngotaweke serikali koyoin kinyeketore ngalek chotok sikotestai.
Kongoi.
Kongoi mising.
Kongoi. Governor Kiptis amaja wanyo inyendet amu ina inyene ikwerie nguno inyene imi steering ako ina kiliase matestai ngalekab chego value addition chikikotoi governor netai Mheshimiwa Cheboy nebo oeng Kalias Slaughterhouse nebo Maui nekikotonon akekose kele kinyor chepkondok kinyor ne kiibwotyin biik chechang Mheshimiwa Governor kole inyitore ngalekab Slaughterhouse ni ake keyai value addition nebo panyek kongeteke Baringo akobo emotinwekab sang akosopcho biik kitestai ne.
Kongoi. Nangalale roror sukas. In Baringo County, in Gabateni Nuna, Agulega Nuru in Alega, some an end of a peak, consultants, you call your one, Baringo in Genisha Kuane, Kumutu by Kenya Musima, in Genisha Mut Sababu Guni, Kitty made the Garan. The Nolde Nega Sakan, Chakula. Chiyemepiga Baringo agoyam Kenya. Lakini sababu kuni projects tukul chikikipangan kenyisiek taman ak lo tulin oi sai kutom ketar. Amaya dam kutomo ketou. Radar dam kutomo ketou. Dam isek tukul kikepangan national government kutomo ketou. Ko chikikitou dam sicho Keyo irrigation. Ache county ni nyosai. Nagazi na kitinye 7 irrigation schemes. Chikikitou akutinye audit kweri about 230 million. Nakamwai Mheshimiwa Kimarek. Utatinye kasi nyo. Lakini chikikitou acheke. Sai ku Baringo South kongo sone ngalekab irrigation. Both support the national government akachek. Kitinye irrigation scheme nikile Bergera. Ni sai ku 2,700 hectares. Lakini nyoljine ku toretech ku 12,000. So tom kunta bik robisiek chikiyam en ngalekab irrigation scheme. Nebo oeng kemwa ngalekab Maui. Alesina tekebun helicopter sikekere. Lazima kebun barabara akukeru barabara. Maui ko mami robia chikikinde. Kama Mheshimiwa kole kikito Maui. Lakini matinye shilingi. Kaito ko kimi chikipo stimulus program chikipo national government. Okay, yoche 4.9 million. What did I do? Kia tobe na lami my manifesto akumi the CIDP kuka wekiseme nakalene tiliane nikipende kutangatanga kenyo robia ke pambe robisha kenyune 98 million chikinyoru in partners sai it is 97% done. In fact kimpango nikipatai kukipa small animals kuarte akeche lakini pa kewal akiputan ko chita kasi because kiyema kosa ko sai yune kengen tamasta kengen teta because aku karibu ke yatara tabangwan. Okay. Asome Mheshimiwa nikipatai kunyara taban kuger ulipune ngalecho.
Ay gogoy.
Ngalekab chego. Ngalekab chego ko ngalekab chego milk plant is worth over 140 million. Lakini kinte government nikipatai million sokol ak matukut million taman. Agemeche kini ba 140 million. Agu kikimeche ke aspirine wakulima ke alshias. Agu momi rabisek, mati wakulima rabisek. For all those period, what did I do? I was some rabisek. As we speak, kikwa ke improve the infrastructure. Agu nimita Unibos society. Kiketar ke teacher kupek kibisto kumita linton. Kikwa ke rabisek agechin contract. Ke awan kipata yomo ka agun ke amishe to kula kwiri kala. Aga ketar. Sai.
Ora jamii.
Enga sare amwai sai kubunu masini shek chupa Denmark mi ICs.
Okay.
By end of April ko che okukake ko senior pamkos amache kitekini age bongonji kage tot kende ke lebolen je ko kuren ilo Baringo milik alen tom kura
kongoi sawa sawa kongoi
kage tar na ina
kago ni ngite extra time
so wakulima masiwa furahini amone kusikikazi
kongoi kago ni ngite extra time amu ketenye maswala wakatebene jito Mheshimiwa Lesonet.
Bas, kungwe missing Kass FM. Aboti wale swali ni mocha walugo kaimwa food security. Kaingalane ngalega food security. Yani omitwogik amacha waluguni. Yani kaitebi ile amune kimotindoi biikab Baringo robinik elole. Amu yo itinye robinik imuchi al bandek, imuchi al chego, imuchi al chakula. Kono ni kwa mwale tage kuna nafasi ya kugavana nebo Baringo. Kwa kila kenyi authority wakulima 2,000 konyor age tugul eka aeng chebo avocado, manda ko macadamia, manda ko maembe, sikobochin kenyit nebo somok kotinye robinik elolenye. Tage konon aiku nafasi aiku governor nebo Baringo nebo somok. Authority wakulima 4,000 kila kenyi kebolchin age tugul chepterwa nenyin enga waterpan chikomuch kole biik alak moimukoksei. Tage kona nafasi aiku governor nebo somok nebo Baringo a distribute ni moingonik 20,000 eng kenyi aboisi robinik siling million 100. Tage kona nafasi aiku governor nebo Baringo sikonyor biik robinik elole kewale kiagik tuga chemi Baringo. Kiagik kishan kele kokikoite sidewalls kikochi biik chetukutindoi tuga chemengech konyor sidewall eng kenyit nebo somok kokakoetu teta konyor robinik chechang eng tanyai. Ketile nane tuwir sait ko kakong'alal bichu chechang ochei.
Aya tarata.
Nebo mwisho kokamwaun alenjin en Baringo County kila kenyi ketinye lagoik 6,000 aki chingiyai mitihani nebo form 4 konyor makisiekab B+ and below. Hakikishani ale toe ku governor ko lagoik 4,500 kila mwaka lazima wapate maarifa ya mkono yake sikonyor tongilo ngano lole. Period. That's my story.
Aya. Amaje amuka kitinya former governor kele kikion contractor nekiteksei ako uni kiyamishe ak chi. Amaje kityo akoni sakanishek 15 tos kiunoto mwangalio okaji mheshimiwa governor Cheboy. Amuka kitinye ning oret nema
Kenyo kuon contractor amune ngoti walawal contractors kogonu delay. Suppose ke gergele kam kai correcten contractor nimiyota undio si gere ka wote biyo ngete ke 2017 wo 2022. Yani ngot ko may supervising projects chiga ga geto iwal ko ko garama zaidi.
Okay.
Agora wini jota mwa ene kole indeni ko kigone chache county amu because of good fiscal discipline. Ogote mama iko nota ura.
Lakini mawam kes mama sawa.
Yani nda
kanata ko baje.
Gas igere ukora nimito. Kali kam ngoroji tabi sisi ne gako.
Ai sawa gebe CPA ko yech. Sawa governor. That was just a response he had ko kinyi kidogo. Aya.
Ngalega food security ko kin nebo maana ochamu. Eng kenyisiek chekimi ko mamagat ko ame biikab Baringo rubet. So kit nemoche amwa ko eng ngalekab kabotishet kikebisto kabotik makotoreti serikali. Momitei ngalekab extension services. Sai komi barak beitab mbolea. Makikochine subsidy. Ko eng mpango notinye wakulima chebo Baringo kotegemeani ropta sikobotis. Yewo ropta komamito kesutik. So awendi oyoe tuguk chemongering. Netai amache kekochi kabotik subsidy nebo farm inputs. Asikobit kokol bandek, kokol viazi, kokol tuguk chemokyinigei. Kimoche kora ke improven breeds chebo tuga, chebo nego, chebo kechirek sikenyorun high production eng ngalekab farming. Kimoche kora kesom robishek, kenyoru robishek chebo irrigation. Irrigation nekiyoe wakati eng county government ko robishek ko ngering. Kimoche keyai ke reviven irrigation nebo Perkera ak ketou irrigation en Kerio Valley. Ketou keboisien irrigation asike kenyorun amitwogik.
Kongoi.
Nebo mwisho kamache amwa akobo robishek chekamwa governor kole kiwo kosomoto. Ane ko kiatelelchini department nebo finance ako kikiwinen 183 million kosubkei ak ribetab rabishek. So kikonech World Bank 183 million akobo boisiet nekikiyai. Ko rabishek choy chemwoe governor kole kiwo kosomoto masom kiakoitu.
Kongoi. Aya amache keweke Professor ngebe Professor Fred Segor. Asikebwa inye chalagat.
Kuna me sigor imwa kora kine amu ki en kasar ko ki permanent secretary intelligence kebeberta nebo eretab beek eng emet komugul.
Okay, ongikochi nafas.
Kongoi missing. Nebo tai ko yematich biik chakula chomei ko aibu amo yemeya biik akobo roba ko aibu am the county. So asoma biik ab Baringo kona nafas kita nebo tai noyoe ko asome rebeshek in consultation ak national government ke town projects chikake planen kwa wizara ya maji. Nebo tai kuradat dam no mi radat nebo oeng ku Berekei nimi Baringo North ake ku Oke dam nimi to Tengesio ak nebo mwisho Amaya dam nimi to Tiati. Projects chotugul kake planen kwa wizara ake feasibility study kake design kake job tender documents kita nyolu kita no kita ngatu ku ke cheng kita finance ake review and design ake tote project ora enge nikita shine ngalega pe sige boisien irrigation perkera irrigation scheme the current one ko boisien sai kita 1950s. So kita nakijam gaya kityo kwa wizara ya maji ni ku rehabilitate.
Okay.
Ni ku rehabilitate. But long term solution ku ke ensure ngala kite plant projects.
Okay.
Ako ye ki design government policy. You have to design projects korog aki job ogulok ready aki change financer. Namboing.
Yes. Kimi ministry nebo eretab beek.
Yes.
Kiitinye kasarta iyai tuguchoto.
Ara mo moon long term projects, infrastructure projects lazima kaya grok design kaya feasibility akaya design akaya prepare tender documents ako tunguni twake dam nakiteje kuno almost complete kaya design in 1980s so kaya implemented after 35 years so ako tamache projects yung Baringo anengo go wizara ya maji okay rela mo mi design tipo these projects acheng chep kondoy over 200 million kaya design all those 4 projects so kago look ready come July ye jam kukonan pika Baringo nafas local governor. First projects jowa soma national government ku these projects sigetar kabisa ngalega penja ngalega roba eng Baringo county akenyor food production. Nuba mwisho so toroti.
Second district tamanang mut.
Yes, nuba mwisho ko yotokol tege chobe big projects ku lazima ke chop taporushek cho mingech tayari wakati nilikuwa PS eng wizara nebo irrigation ke chop zaidi ya 1,500 en Baringo kake chop already kake position wakulima so amongering budget nebo county government kumeche kitte ko ketes onyo tese kuchangit yo tokol ke boishe be cho ke kol mitwog
kongoi
yo tokol kisube big projects ke kwa ketar ngalega food security am county nyono Baringo
kongoi prof okay asame kora legeta ke nwagi time so onyoru wal maswali jajang bwana chelagat
bas kongoi katange ngaloni ngune kumwawe choronok cho bwana Cheboy na Kiptes kule kitinye strategic plans chikitinye in place chimara kakosan kityo funding chipo saishek chenwagen ak betushek chekoi in terms of value addition in terms ke impression tukukure new technologies amu kapchi ak emet nimemuchi kobai biik chich kunyalelat kwa hivyo yonyo ngot ko mami koborwech amu serikali komakini tononi siyero kinyo itestai koyoe ne bichu betushek chu tugul siyero ko tuguchu kimwoe koe kotinton kenyini ak kenyino ak kenyino kele meche keyai ni kimeche kiborun tuguk kwa mfano yeking'oloni nguni komito biik chuchure ketik ako meche kobai tuga 10 ako len kimproven equality of cows sai kuribe chito teta kule kusop kityo melenot kutukukochi chego kemeche extension officers chebo agriculture chengetu kuteben office akobo kach kotishek akurwai kata ineti wakulima chechoche ngebe ku komostab chego chumwowech bwana Cheboy kule kokimproven chego eng rabin ye improven inye chego komi chitab soi ninyalili mairot chego lakini ribe teta komame kemeche kenet chicho kelenjin bakach teta akinam nego akot chebo kisasa chokuren token packs Kenyan Alpine chekonu 3 liters per day kiyekitil chukot ketit agenge kokonu chego kekol logoek chekonu ketik chekonu logoek chekioldoi pa man pa iya kokonu rabinik ingo kampani olin ole kiowe kumito mkombani tinye ketik 150 making between 5 and 7 million per year with simple technology kenyoru beek tutikin. Kwa hivyo makimeche kengalan en theory kenyino yonyo kumambo ya theory we will turn it into practice.
Kongoi kabisa. Okay. Sialo Kemereng. Okay.
Tosha.
Sialo Kemereng.
Kongoi.
Okay, goji nafasi.
Goji nafasi tafadhali.
Tafadhali. Ongea sisi.
Kongoi missing. Kaketep ngalekab food security akwamune eng tai kiki soso eng amitwogik ak eng bandap tai nebo maendeleo ko amu netai siamwoe ngalek ko amu chito nekimi eng kandoinate kumelengi chito nekinyokolenje chatinye robishek ki chito nekikichakwan acheke ko kakicham ki chito nekikakicham amu kichome biik kichome bororioshechu ko kimandagei inendet kimui asikomeken sure kole kakisopche bichu bo koroni ko lakini makikonyiti biik chemakonyiti biikwak chekitelelio eng tai so kito namache asom korok amache asom biik chebo Baringo chekikomanda cheu Kibrono Kitony cheu Gideon cheu Paul Chemngorem ak mokorek alak tugul chebo tayari chekitinye kowekis kaa kenamgei asikesikyin kesoten this problem. Namba agenge wele kisotendoi problem ini ko kamwaun alenjin ngalekab chepkondok chebunu Nairobi sikeyondoi cheboi ak keyondoi Kiptis kwamu aboy ngering robishek mamachane keberberge 4.2 4.5 4.8 billion ko ngering robishek amache kechuchuchu robishek chabendi bankable projects ketau Baringo Wealth and Enterprise Fund asikesikyin ketau other investee companies cheu manufacturing ak chukakimwoe ke partneren ak national government ako masikchini kebe kouni akemande because mwoe chumbinde kole we either innovate or die.
Okay.
Lazima kengalan ak national government kocheru morik en katitab county government asikosikchi kechaktaen ngalecha kamwoe professor kole kikechop designs ak alak ko ngot kekany national government kotekeni 5 years to 10 years kimache kesom national government kokonech free hand ako based on my experience kuikamwawok biikab Baringo chachomok missing ko amache aibu the power of private sector amu mito kito nekikoyonwech Central Bank of Kenya kole counties chechobotin ku Laikipia kiogero ole kikikochi the right to move and create an enterprise mauno yokwek amache okona nafasi anyotau that Baringo investment asige some central government kotiokwech designs chekikochop kumat kekany national government funding
Kongoi Kemereng
but keboishen public private partnership ak keboishen private capital ketech en araga kemandaen biik 50% chemi bananda 20% aboy chebo bichu roini yimakiyai mchango kumi chito nemi sipitali
aya kongoi kabisa kemwa komie chitab college nekochorlegere Kass TV nguno kimiten nganaset nebo Kenya School of Government eng taonit nebo Kabarnet eng debate netai nekakibun ko Kass TV kimnatet na chitab college kiguren Alex Tum kimi kora ak tupchenyu
Tom Chepsoi
ako kitesetai kounoto kemwa Kemereng ile ngering chepkondok chebwane Baringo County lakini tindoi neregek bichu ak biik alak chekerok nga amu kiwekto chepkondok kila roll over koba ano kowek national government ngot ko tutikin koliamo boisie ochokchi kubek choto siketeswok mheshimiwa lesonet ngataune shida komnyano
kaka ko walu lesonet ngalecha it is a capacity problem
okay
number oengi ko vision nebo kandoik
so ngeit kele kataunen sawa ha testai
vision nebo kandoik simemuchi konai kole budget ndai ano and what is a strategic plan for doing the projects and budgeting projects tugul tomo keyai full development into the villages sigena kele mache ne ahead of time si eitu robishek spendeni aya another thing aboy ingalekab wektaetab robishek ko ngalek chekimito chebo corruption ako kimakiyochi kasi en CDAPI kanya mwon raini en the two governors ko en document about CIDP ko maamua communities chemi Baringo amu iwe kole tage mwa kugego mukabila lakini mesikchini ndochi biik chimaitchi mesikchini ndochi biik chimaingolonji mesikchini ndochi communities ak villages aget chimaongolonji akona yole nene mechegeyai kai gasinye ile mamita mashinishek chemi sipitali anju daktarishek magi encourage magiliban komye matinye wele menye agileni nye chang robishek ngarin robishek
sawa kongot ko gere rabinik chata mheshimiwa lesonet ne koimutiet ne konu sikiwekta chepkondok kila kowek national government ako mache bi raia ichu keboishe rabinik chata kotok boisionik chekakiyai kakalen akeringen ngalekab rabinik so mwaiwecho
iman ongen ocheng ngalekab rabinik
okay
ako kamache awaluguni sinai ilongeni in county nebo Baringo rabinik chekiwektoi komakiboisie ko chebo development lakini rabinik chokibunote chebo bonwek ako chomache saiwet oiptenit ngoyam ako chomache saiwet komakiwektoi akot wakati ya corona covid wakati ya corona welikile biik makitinye nafasi ki covid me makinyoru nafasi keboisie rabinik choe development ko kinyor nafasi koboisie choe bo bonwek ami yu ale shida noe bo rollover in Baringo ko biik kityo chemamach koyai kasi ak personal interest chemito projects chialen kimache ketech kikilokoit tenda kele ngoja amu tochenge contractor fulani konyo kayai kasi nieni ami yu alenjin takokonon biikab Baringo nafasi oiku governor kimami ropia nikiwektoi kwa Nairobi amu ngot ko kerchek ale kerchek kimanyoni chito kongete ravin daktari kulen kabarnet olo kerchek kimekeni the medical superintendent nenda maravin kwa accounting officer ko deal direct akemsa mwenyewe akolipan kerchek chik direct koine
okay
kibwoni koten ngalekab roads kebigeistoi roads ake create an entity nekerka kera nebo county nekikoini robinik chwake koyai oratinwek chwake ichegei koyai tenda ichegei ne akot yakoikoi robinik ko kai accountant mailento komi nafasi kele ngewekta kobano kewekta koba Nairobi ko noe transformative ideas chekitinye kebikeboisien in Baringo County.
Kongwe mheshimiwa the sitting governor it's only fair about all fair agone boroindo akinye kale iwete ana iljon
asante tum mheshimiwa lesonet akajek tugul momi rabisiek kikiwektoi mi kityo rabisiek chetom kelipan constructor netom kotar the building
waka kongwe microphone na kidogo microphone onge sawa ngori kityo
momi rabia chekiwektoi eng sai tai gereng yu ko from 2015 atinye record eng yu rabisiek chekure rollover which is cash transfer chumagilipan contractors from 2014 akoi 2021 ko atinye record ki 66% in 2015 2020 2015 16 70% 2016 17 ku 64 2017 18 ku all ku 55 payait anyon 2018 19 ku 60 because of introduction of IFMIS. Now 2019 2020 ku all 40% ku 2021 33%. As we speak rabisiek kitom kelipan contractor amma malipani contractor ko matar gas ko 1.3 billion cheba project mi Baringo chitom kegolenje national government through COB kolipan which is 1.3 billion kimwachi tage mkomasta ko kichumobili
riki microphone
kimwachi tage chumobili akokomi kanisa kola kongete 2013 to date ko rabisiek kikiwekta ku 9 billion uni ki mistaken because rabisiek tokol chekakelipan contractors ngete 2013 akoi 2021 ku 9.2 billion kinyoru siling ata eng Baringo 6 rani ku 6.3 lakini wekta let ku 5.2 ko ki siling ata chebo project tom gesir 1.6 billion per annum rabisiek tokol chebo development so yekibwati kele siling ata ku 1.6 chun alak 3.4 ko bangalekab recurrent chikiyoe to 2017 kikisar biik konye uloe to maser koi sai ko kibar recurrent 3.4 so ot kemwae sai kengololi ko kachomchi kimering that's why ruti rabisiek tugul chebo karibu flagship project chi flagship chubo karibu sai nebo sipitali eng yu the surgical block mi yu na matukunan sio ndikininyo kibisto wanje boy matukunan kula rabisiek kicha ko kiinda 98 million surgical block ko ala ko gitu kiga ko inete kurene mara kwete no West Pokot so enga sari sai mwa bi chichangu leni roll over ku roll over chu ku cash transfer kinna merabisha ku towards the end of June expert liane gele kurene lesonet akoech enga le chuko account so ingengula kinna merabisha kera trobisha kibatat building so magi kisagan gente project ake kijoye chuguren cash transfer
okay
agumi counties tukul angana nete 41 billion
okay
kingen tiana en como sue kicho keyo ni chop ni kiborio keyo un 800 kiborio tilani bo keyo amone what he did give to Caesar what belong to Caesar okay ako go kinambwa in Kenya what he did ko ki soup ku imprison if miss kumage to acheke second time
sawa
so that's why they are ahead okay me choko taserwe ri na kunyo direct
aya go aya
kuesio
sawa
akakata
okay amaje kigoje Governor Cheboy amu okay amaje kigoje Governor Cheboy amu kale Governor Kiptis asio lipani je jang rabini ke jang ngre current expenditure ko kale kingoite county kikisir bi ko nyoloe so Governor Cheboy na meota
kongoi missing arab tum kale gigichekchi bi kale kaiser
okay goje nafas
ne bayman ko in 2013 the functions Chibon county government ko include any ECD keser ketech kori gap la gap ECD agesir koni ti gap ECD ki serikali nigiba national government ko gimita civic authorities kimi county council ne ba Eldamarabin ne ba Koibatek ak town council ne ba Eldamarabin county council ne ba Kabarnet ak town council ne ba county council ne ba Baringo ak town council ne ba Kabarnet sheria after taking over ko gimini wuren transition authority niki mwa eng sheria gele all employees chibo county councils were supposed to be inherited by county government. That's law. So the only employees chigitas go the ECD teachers at those technical areas go hospitality and the rest. It is not just employment for nothing. Amamito chita nigisire sonyo wote buboch enga. Okay. Agonda unotag kogitom gesir ajek chiba sheria. Maybe the highest. This is the same in all counties. Magisir chiba sheria chiba and wage bill at that time. So I want to dispel ngalejore kumwegele kietu wage bill. Wage bill kwa percentage of the amount of the money that you are paying kulingana na rabinik to jiginyoru. Well, at that time, Korabinek Chiginyoru go 3 billion, 3.4 billion, 4 billion maximum kingering. So as the salary, as the money comes, capitation increases, the wage bill goes down. So we were within the law by the time we were leaving. That is Kenya lesson order. But I want to also clarify.
Second dishak tamana muchagagone.
Ngalega rollover. There is a commitment of funds. Go to I got the contracts between before June. I take so. I got my security go with June. Commitment of the funds. Suppose guy budget. Mamira be chigi over. Kusir chagaye committed the current committed funds. So you move to the next financial year. So that see clear and rabbinic chiba jago sirta. That I want to agree with most of these people go to getting experience when they get 30 years in that business of management of
kabisa. Kwa hiyo chamaje si tare ngawaji chelagat koro ngio amaje si summarize ani nyendet chelagat.
Ba support ngumiro lova ananguma mita kumagetinya data to proof. Lakini ngoliot ne mita kumita ki ninamagay agrolova. koeker kenyi akumito contractors chitom kelipan rabinik 1.2 billion chikamwa ngotenyin ketebe kele kiyoe ne siyero kebe kekerchi rabinikab contractors 1.2 billion okoi kube kenyi amu lazima keyai kasisiek within the time frame nekikipangan kulingana ak procurement plan au strategic plans chebo the county government. Kwa hivyo iboru kule otesani contractors in Baringo molipani kwa wakati unaofaa. Amu ngerolen roba rabinik eng arawetab lo komakilipani bicho akoi tun arawetab sokol au kiibik loan eng benki lipanen interest. Kwa hivyo iboru kule mapanganotin bichira chungasisiek mimi yonyo anendet mwenyewe apongoni kulingana amaitu ngalecho kinoktoi.
Amaja gaje professor kitinye nguno dakikaishek 15 kityo kongete akamaja amwachi kora aspirants cheo kaleji onge kwage jakte keleji kole sitonyoru nafasi kidogo kinje dakikaishek 15 icheke akasoma ale uye onge kuwa tulivu angana leka ongeti lakini tafadhali onge kuwa tulivu. Professor Segor kiboishe serikali kwa muda kiko bois eng serikali ko PS Chief Accounting Officer nebo ministry chachang mwaiwe ngaliana ne brolova
the correct way. June kwa mfano mwezi wa 6 kila mwaka kutomge tar financial year tarak ngeto officers chupa departments tokol tarak wen shwangela mi procurement plan ready mi ta work plan ready ak projects chupa ta subsequent year kinyini kiyai so shida na nyoche shida nebo kandoik ak leadership nebo Baringo County ko tebisot ko last minute yegla July tom ge choran gut procurement plan tom ge chop work plan tom ge chop chu so by December momi project na ganda tenda ndio tunapata hiyo atumalize projects so manyoru puchu capacity manyoru governors the first governor and second governor of Baringo manyoru proper capacity to manage projects and I can tell you for free Ben we go to loans some higher education loans but nege momi project no bachini ko tononje Kiptis our second governor ko momi gini ko tononje and projects ko tomge go chu wongo se ba governor so kichangu ya bichi case work so amacho so mbika Baringo amacho so mbika Baringo kasi ne ko ya ne kinse sogol ko implementen projects pa serikali
kongoi prof
so yonyo Baringo ngaleja roll over ribisha kimo boishenji and then by the end of financial year absorption go close to 100%.
Okay.
So roll over.
Kongoi
so
ongi
this Musho please.
Yes. Okay.
Between July and December in this financial year absorption rate in the Baringo County go 3.1% of development under the leadership of this 3.1%. 3 of control of budget producing reports every after 3 months.